Okay.
Do you want to sit next to your dad, or do you want to sit like right in front, or you could also sit right in the back and we can do some books?
That'll work.
Do you have a preference?
I have another one that I can't find, so this will work fine.
Metal? There's an orange one and a metal one in there.
This is fine.
Okay.
That chair was for you unless you don't want it.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malachi Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 6. Boechem leshalom, Malachi Ashalom, Malachi Elyon. Mi melech Malachi Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni leshalom, Malachi Ashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malachi Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem leshalom, Malachi Ashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Leshalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Some weeks you really need Shabbos. Shabbos, if we do it right, Shabbos is a palace in time. I'm thinking how much we need to build this palace. A space, a time apart, a place each week to be protected, to be sheltered. Sheltered in space, but even more so sheltered in time. A moment to let go of what we can't control, and oh my God, are we aware of what we can't control. And a moment even to let go of some of the things we can control. A moment to be, a time to be, a space to be with each other, to be in the present, to be in our breath. To be vessels of light and not worry so much about the darkness. Gail, would you light the candles for us? Can we put you on the spot? Certainly one of the bringers of light. For your dad of a blessed memory. Bring in the light. Bring in the light. Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Turn to page 8. Imagine Shabbos entering in like a bride, like the world changing, like that which separates us fading away. The best Shem Tov said, if just all of us once could do Shabbos right, the world would be as it should. And if we could all just taste this, if we could all taste this together, maybe it would change everything. Shomo v'zachor b'diborecha ishmi'anu elam yuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shemo tiferet ve'litila u'lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela u'lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Top of page 9. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha ki hi makor habracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh machshat chila u'lecha dodi likras kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela u'lecha dodi likras kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri ki ba'olech kumi oli uli shidaberi kevod Adonai alayich nigla u'olecha dodi likras kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela u'lecha dodi likras kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. We turn towards the entrance. We turn towards the world we wish, the world we yearn for. We imagine it walking in. Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha u'tzola toch emuneh am segula boi chala u'olecha dodi likras kala Shabbat, B'nei Shabbat Nika Habila. B'nei Shabbat, B'nei Shabbat Nika Habila. If you're standing, I invite you to remain standing as we turn to page 11. Call each other to prayer. Call each other to lives of goodness and meaning. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Yedei, yedei, you may be seated. We're all feeling it, kid. We back away from our lives. We take a moment to take a cosmic perspective, to take a divine perspective. We've sent a spaceship into the stars. It heads towards Mars. It'll swing back towards Earth as it makes its way to Jupiter. It'll look for life underneath the ice of a moon. Life. We back away. Everything that is our lives, everything that feels so heavy, everything that is so heavy. For a moment each day, with Ma'ariv Aravim, we take this cosmic perspective, where Earth, all of us, becomes just a pale blue dot. And the hope is it's a little easier to take that next breath. Together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah poteach sha'arim, uvidvuna mishanei itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem b'rakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golei or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, umavir yom umevi layla, umavdil bein yom uvein layla. Adonai tzvaot shemo, el chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai HaMariv If it's your custom to rise for the Shema, I invite you to do so. If it's your custom to remain seated, I invite you to do so. Shema is a mindset. It's not a prayer. It's a mindset that asks us to see it all as one. Asks us to see the connections between each of us, even those that feel so far away. Even between our neighbors that feel so far away. We close our eyes so we can't see the difference between you and I. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 You're standing, you may be seated. Page 16. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'ribata bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha uksatam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafo ben einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'elohechem ahani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet. Turn the page, page 18. It feels like we're marching into Egypt. But this is the idea. It's the idea of the Torah. It's why we start over just as we are about to enter into the promised land. We start back over with our Torah, start at the beginning. We read the stories of Abraham, of Isaac, of Jacob, of Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, which means we are making our way back towards Egypt. In every generation, in every moment, we're called to see ourselves as those who have been to Egypt, those who know what to expect, those who can stand watch and remind us of who we want to be, of how we want to be, of what it means to march towards freedom in every generation, knowing we will never get there, but we got to keep marching. Yididum yidiyay-yo, yay-day-day-day-do. Yididum yidiyay-yo, yay-day-day-day-do. Yididum yidiyay-yo, yay-day-day-day-day-day. Yididay-day-do, yay-day-day-yo. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nera bakodesh, nora tehilot, osef nora tehilot, osef yay, yom tidi day, oh, 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 yom tidi day. Yididum yidiyay-yo, yay-day-day-day-do. Yididum yidiyay-yo, yay-day-day-day-do. Malechutecha ra'u vanecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe uMiriam. Zeli hanu ve'yamru Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed, yai-dai-dai-dai, yom tidi-dai-dai-dai, oh, 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 yom tidi-dai-dai-dai, yididum yidi-yai-yai-yo, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai-do, yididum yidi-yai-yai-yo, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai-do. V'ne'ema ki fada Adonai et Yaakov, uge'alo meyad chazak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael, Ga'al Yisrael. I think I've probably not been the only one falling asleep a little scared. I think my kids haven't been the only ones falling asleep a little scared. And yet there is light. There is shelter. We are okay right now. Hashkivenu is our prayer for the dark moments. It feels like we can't imagine there being light, and yet there always is. There always is. Sometimes we can't be the light for ourselves. Sometimes we can't be hopeful, and yet we can be someone else's excuse for hope. We can be someone else's shelter. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Let us lie down. Let us rise up. Let there be peace. Let us be protected. Us and the whole world. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Allow us to lie and rise in peace. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamidenu shomrenu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamidenu shomrenu lechaim. Ufros aleinu sukat Sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, and cover over us tonight with a sukat shalom, a shelter of peace for you, for those you love, a sukat shalom over all creation. Over all creation, over all creation, Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, v'hamidenu shomrenu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, v'hamidenu shomrenu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamidenu shomrenu lechaim. Rise as we are able, page 23. We enter into prayer, the prayers of our hearts, quiet prayers of our lips. We follow one of the heroines of our tradition of Chana, each of us quietly praying in our own way. The prayers of the page, and if you'd like the prayers of the page, they go through page 32, but don't let them get in the way of the prayers of your heart. And so we will daven this Amidah, each of us quietly in our own way, preceded by the Chatzi Kaddish on page 22. Yitkadav yitkadash shemei rabba belma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael ba'gala uv'izman kahariv v'yimeru amen. Yeshme Rabba Mevorach Le'alam Olam Me'almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitale V'yitalal Shemei Dekudesha B'richu Le'la Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imeru amen. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi akitei latecha. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agitei latecha. There's a story from the Talmud I keep thinking of over and over again. Rabban Gamliel, the head of the yeshiva, the big macher. He was on a boat on the super highway of the ancient world, the Mediterranean. And he turned and he saw a boat in the distance, and he knew that the greatest of the teachers, the greatest of the rabbis, the greatest of the sages, Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva was on this other boat, and he could see Rabbi Akiva in the distance. And he could see the boat crash. He could see the boat sink. He could see from a distance the end of Rabbi Akiva's life. He wept the whole trip until he reached shore. And there he found Rabbi Akiva. He found Rabbi Akiva sitting there, not just okay, but teaching Torah. Teaching words of peace, we're told. So Rabban Gamliel looked at him, looked at Rabbi Akiva and said, "My child, how could you survive? How are you here?" Akiva turned to him. He said, "I grabbed a plank of the boat as it floated past me. And each wave that came, I greeted with a nod. We will be each other's planks. We will hold each other up in each of the waves that comes. We will greet them one at a time. One at a time, each with a nod." Page 31. Olam chesed yibane, yadadai, yadadai. 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 I will build this world from love. Yadadai, yadadai. You must build this world from love. Yadadai, yadadai. Olam chesed yibane, yadadai, yadadai. Olam chesed yibane, yadadai, yadadai. Olam chesed yibane, There's a midrash in this week's Torah portion. For those who don't know, midrash is ancient rabbinic fan fiction of the Bible. I write my own Star Trek episodes, they write, We have the story of Abraham this week. We have the beginning of the story of Abraham. We get no introduction. All of a sudden, there is Abe being told he's got to leave, like a phone call from the universe. In the story in the Torah, we don't get any explanation for why Abraham. Why is it that he is the one who is called? Why is it that he is sent on this journey? It's just he is there, and he is called, and he is told where to go. If you look at this, you can see that Abraham is the object of this story, not the subject. He is being acted upon. He is being sent. He is not the sender, and yet the Midrash imagines this in reverse. The Midrash asks, why was Abraham chosen? Why did our people start with Abraham? Why did this story of liberation that we tell again and again begin with Abraham? And the Midrash says he is to be compared to someone who is walking into a strange village, a village that they've never been to before, and they look over and they see a palace on fire. Everyone else is going about their day, is walking past the palace. Everyone else is living their lives as if this fire is normal, and yet Abraham looks out and starts shouting that there is a palace that is burning down. And it's only Abraham's shouting, we're told. It's only Abraham's shouting that brings the fire department. It's only Abraham's shouting that brings the owner of the palace to put out that fire. Abraham, we're told, brought holiness into this world. God didn't call Abraham. Abraham called down the divine. Abraham looked at a broken world and he said, I see what is on fire, and I won't just sit by. Be like Abraham. Take a moment for a prayer for healing. Take a moment for Misha Berach Lecholim. If you're thinking of someone right now, if you're thinking of someone in need of Refuat HaNefesh, a healing of the soul, Refuat HaGuf, a healing of the body, if you'd like to share their name, I invite you to put up a hand or rise or some other way. For Eileen. Oy, for Eileen.
She's all doing well.
Good.
And also for Lois Halper.
For Lois, thank you. Thank you.
My friend Misty, she has metastatic breast cancer. She's been sick for a while, but I think it's getting to the end.
Thinking of Misty. Thinking of their whole family. Thank you. Yeah.
Aaron's son has three undocumented kids age 15 in his class, and they are scared to death.
Yeah.
And they need some healing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would imagine your parents and many others like them need some healing.
Amen. Amen. And we got to be there, Sukkot Shalom.
Or my best friend Darla, who's staying to this day with breast cancer and is going through treatment.
Thinking of Darla.
My best friend, Kim Hayes, she's battling congestive heart failure. She
Right.
has a pacemaker/defibrillator, and her heart's only working at 18%, and they're trying to figure
Ay,
out
ay, ay.
why. So she has a echocardiogram coming up, so everyone just keep her up that everything goes well.
Thinking of her.
Figure out what is wrong with her, because I would really love her to be around for a lot longer.
Please, God. Yeah, Mel. For your dad. For your amazing dad. For Hank. Stacy.
For our brother-in-law, Stephen Joffrey, who started chemotherapy, and we're running for 5 miles. Let's hope that continues for every round.
Thinking of him. Steve.
Your friend Andy.
For Jamie. Autumn.
My best friend Haley has
thanks on them. Michael, do we have names from the stream?
Yes, we're praying for Amitai Beniso, Chris Gage, Donna David, and Kyle Friels.
For all these names, for all these people we love, for those we have said and for those we hold in our hearts, for ourselves, because sometimes saying our own names is the hardest. Take a moment for a prayer for healing. Garcia, Ressie Mitchell and Gloria Lash, Amy Lampert, Bitzalel Cohen, from Maya Purnell and Susan Spiegel, Daniel Tzvi Ben Fega Toiba, and Alan Nissenboim, for Patricia Nelson and Curtis Behrens, for Adam Young and Anna Navarro, for Will Mason, for Ricky Reeves and Bracha Zelda Bat Rachel Golda, for Carol Dill and Avigdora Chana Bat Bela, for Colony Chapel and Maggie Bradford, for Drew Patchen and Meredith Berkowitz. Adonai Rofeh HaCholim. Blessed is the source of goodness that calls us to the sacred work of healing. We say, Amen. Invite everyone to rise as you are able, page 38, for the words of Elena. Hey, Olson, do you want to open up the ark for us? Olson, you want to come up and open the ark? No? That's okay, too. Page 38. Aleinu l'shaveach l'adon hakol, la'tekidu la'liotzer breshit, shelo asanu ki goyei haratzot, velo samanu ki mishpechot hadama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, וגורלנו כחוהמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, וידעת היום בהשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. If you're standing, you may be seated. We take a moment, as we do at the end of every service, to acknowledge those in our community who are in mourning, to acknowledge those who are walking these steps of grief. Whether you are in Shiva or Shloshim, the immediacy of loss, if you're in the year of loss, if you're observing a yard site, or if you're just missing them today, I invite you to put up a hand or rise or some other way that we can acknowledge you and hear the names. Of a blessed memory. Of a blessed memory. Of a blessed memory.
It's my father's yard site, 30 years. John Goodwin.
For John. For John.
My grandfather's yard site is on the 14th, so I'm remembering him especially this time of year.
For your grandpa. Sarah. Thank you for sharing their names. blessed memory. We're so sorry. Carrie?
My Aunt Sally and, of course, my dad.
For your Aunt Sally and for your amazing dad, for George Newman. For George Newman of a blessed memory.
I'm thinking my dad, Robert Levinix, is yard site this week, 6 years, and my mom, Myra.
Friend of our families, my kids knew son very well, and grandmother Janine Namaroff, who funerals on Sunday. So that was good.
Steve?
First for my cousin in Engelhard, whose year of mourning continues. And this week in Israel, Master Sergeant Guy Shatai, 39, Sergeant Ariel Soznov, 14, Sivan Sadeh, 18, Edward Soslov, 57, First Sergeant Yair Hanaya, 22, First Sergeant Itay Harazat, 20, Captain Yarden Zakeh, 21, Carmi Hassan, 30, his mother, Mina Hassan, 60.
Stacy?
My father, Marshall Kramer, and for my grandmother, Augusta Inson.
Zichronam Livracha. Michael, do we have names from the stream?
Yes, we're remembering Yaakov ben Netanel, Shula Sasson, Baby Beniso, and my grandmother, Susan Koppelman.
Thinking of them all. Thinking of you, Michael.
My mom.
For your mom and for your grandma. And for your cat, Kit Kat. We're sorry, kiddo. We're sorry, kiddo. And for those who have yahrzeit this week, for Jane Mueller and Judith Horwitz, for Mark Podherzer and Max Fried, for Milton Snow, for Morton, for your dad, for Richard Weil and Stephanie Fuller, for Bill Elafros and Anna Sohn, for George Cutler and Harry Weintraub, for Leon Bernstein and Emil Josephi, for Freda Josephi and Joyce Moore, for Phyllis Potisha Rosenthal and Eleanor May Isaacs, for Gertrude Irving and Herbert Stearns and John Robert Bowden, for Marie Poppin and Morris Ellis, for Clifford Reese and Harry Collinger, for Jean Baum and Josie Fishering, for Neil Osherow and Suzanne Glazer, for Jacob Scheinbart and Riva Kurtzman and Rose Stein, for Shirley Laxer, Sophie Klein and Zinovi Rochel, for Beverly Freeman and Floyd Dennis, for your grandpa Adam, for June Cohen and Vivian Morov, and for those we've lost recently, for Sammy Schaas, who taught kindergarten to a generation of kids here. I think she taught me kindergarten here. For Susan Hudis Koppelman and Mary Lou Bollinger, for Andrew's mom. For Jill Petzel. For Ari Karsaboom and Jackie Fenster. For Joe Simpson. For Jerome Glick and Carl Smith. For Bette Miller and for Michael Lerner. For Morris Tamsky. For Barry Chopnick and Marilyn Fox. For Eileen Ehrlich. For Myra. For Gina Rotman and Keir Hexter. For Sherry Fox, Marilyn Schreier. For Ron Kramer. For Rhonda Banford. For Ralph Wafer. And for Marvin Feldman, who just passed away a few days ago. I invite everyone, as you are able, to please rise as we say these ancient words that do not mention death, but speak of how we live their blessing. Page 41. Yit Kadal V'Yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah Be'alma divrach chirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chaye echon uvyomechon. Uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'gala uvizman karib v'imru. Amen. Yehi shmei rabba mivorach le'olam l'amei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalahal shemei tekudisha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Damiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru ve'imru. Amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Zichronam livracha. May the memories of all of those that we miss be a blessing in our lives, and we say, Amen. You may be seated as we take just a moment for a few announcements. The first is we're having a potluck dinner tonight after this, and a potluck dinner tomorrow. A potluck lunch tomorrow after services, just to be in community right now. So I feel confident in saying that we can make it work. If you didn't bring anything and you want to crash dinner, there is no problem. I was saying before, we've got potluck and we've got, schnorr luck. So it's come and schnorr, come and find food. There's more than enough. We got some lasagnas that we brought. We've got garlic bread. So come and join us for a meal today, tomorrow. We've got all sorts of classes happening at CRC. This Tuesday is our first text study Tuesday, studying the Mishnah Torah, Maimonides' Guide to Jewish Life from 1,000 years ago. So join us. That's only on Zoom, Tuesdays at 5:30. Wednesdays at 5 in person. All month we are doing texts of resilience in our Beit Midrash. So come join us 5 to 6 on Wednesdays. And Thursdays, if you can sneak away at lunch, we are doing Torah from scratch at noon. We had so many people show up this week that we had to move out of the library and make a big circle here. So join us Thursdays at noon. Bring your food, bring some nash or, schnorr from the people around you. It's a theme here. All sorts of other things happening. Courageous Conversations, a panel on gun violence is happening on November 13th. Volunteering at the Room at the Inn to help those who are unhoused right now. Photo ID training in North City. And we will have a town hall for CRC giving an update on all that has been happening with our turnaround board. That will be November 20th at 7 p.m. So check the website for more details to register for all of that. Any crowdsourced announcements? Paul?
Yeah, we have our Holy Ground concert on November 24th.
November 24th for the Holy Ground concert. Stay tuned. We'll get the details out in our email and on the website. Okay. Let's give each other a blessing. A big thank you to Avi, as always. A special thank you to one of my oldest friends, to Shlomo, to Silas for loaning us your dad. He did a good job, didn't he? Yeah. Let's put our arms around each other. Yeah, you gotta be tall up there. Yivirechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May we find a little bit of peace this week.
Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Maybe take some of the light that we can feel from each other, some of the light of these Shabbos candles, hold it inside for when we need it, and refract it out for a world that needs it. Yis Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Don't give up hope. The light shines brightest when it's dark. So even a little bit of effort goes a long way now.
Amen. And good Shabbos. We'll make brachas in there for the meal, but really, come and eat. Come and eat.